happy Wednesday morning and happy hump day, everyone. It is April 14, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday edition of the morning show with Riley King. It's time to rise and shine and get this Wednesday off to a good start. So, grab that good cup of coffee, sit back, relax, and enjoy this Wednesday edition of the morning show with Riley King, where we have a little bit of everything for you in this program. So, let's begin and let's get started right now. First up, we're going to take a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that right now for all of you. Your global cases are 137,527,144. Your U.S. cases are 31,346,923. Your global deaths are 2,961,553. And your U.S. deaths are 563,449. That's a look at your COVID-19 dashboard from Johns Hopkins University and Medicine. Now let's get to some other news. Prosecutors rest their case. Defense begins in Derek Chauvin trial. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Should note just a few miles away in Minneapolis there, the defense now presenting its case in the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin charged in the death of George Floyd. The defense calling the first witness in this trial to say that Chauvin's actions were justified that day. Here's Alex Perez on the trial again tonight.
After a dozen law enforcement witnesses testified former police officer Derek Chauvin used excessive force against George Floyd, today, for the first time, a police veteran testifying Chauvin's actions were justified.
I do.
The defense calling former officer Barry Broad as a use of force expert.
I felt that Officer Chauvin's interactions with Mr. Floyd were following his training, following current practices in policing, and were objectively reasonable.
In fact, Broad testifying that Chauvin didn't actually use force at all when he pinned Floyd down.
Why is it not a use of force?
Because that's a control technique. Without it doesn't hurt.
But the prosecutor pushing back, showing this picture, Chauvin with his knee on Floyd's neck.
Orienting yourself on top of a person on the pavement with both legs is unlikely to produce pain?
It could.
What do you mean it could?
I'm saying it could produce pain.
If this act that we're looking at here in Exhibit 17 could produce pain, would you agree that what we're seeing here is a use of force?
Shown in this picture, that could be a use of force. Raise your hand.
The jury today also hearing for the first time from an officer who responded to the scene, Peter Chang of the Minneapolis Park Police, who showed up to assist and watched from across the street.
The crowd was becoming more loud and aggressive. A lot of yelling across the street.
Officer Chang's body camera capturing George Floyd sitting on the ground.
Last name? Floyd.
The defense, which has focused on Floyd's drug use before the encounter with police, also calling a woman who was with him at the time, Shawanda Hill, testifying Floyd had nodded off in the car and she tried several times to wake him up when the police arrived.
So he instantly grabbed the wheel and he was like, please, please don't kill me. Please, please don't shoot me. Don't shoot me. What did I do? Just tell me what I did.
And, David, the defense is moving through witnesses quickly here, but at this point, there's no indication that Derek Chauvin would take the stand. David?
All right, Alex Perez in Minneapolis. Alex, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police chief officer who shot and killed Daunte Wright resigns. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
Since Susie's got goals, she'll want a plan to reach them. So she'll get some help from Fidelity. And she'll feel so good about her plan, she could focus on living it. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
The other news this Tuesday evening in the shooting death of that young black man, Daunte Wright, in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota. Tonight, the police officer who fired that fatal shot has now resigned. You could hear her on a police body camera yelling, "Taser." She then fired her gun instead. Tonight, the police chief has resigned as well. People taking to the streets in anger and frustration again last night. And today, Daunte Wright's family overcome with grief and demanding change. What they told our Robin Roberts and ABC's Stephanie Ramos in Minnesota tonight.
Tonight, the officer who fatally shot Daunte Wright has resigned from the force.
We have received a resignation, a letter.
In that letter, Officer Kim Potter writing, "I believe it is in the best interest of the community, the department, and my fellow officers if I resign immediately." We now know that Potter had been with the Brooklyn Center Police Department for 26 years. And during that fatal traffic stop, she was training another officer. The mayor of Brooklyn Center also announcing today that the police chief has stepped down. An acting police chief now in place.
There's just a lot of chaos going on right now. We're just trying to wrap our heads around the situation and try and create some calm.
But overnight, the protests continued nationwide. More than 50 arrests made in Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center.
And you yourself went out there last night. You went out there with protesters. What was that like?
It was very tense where I was. They were protesting peacefully. They were certainly angry at the situation.
And among the family of Daunte Wright, there's also shock and disbelief over his death.
The police say she accidentally grabbed the gun instead of the taser.
So you accidentally grab something, point it at them, not realize what you have in your hands. It's just not true.
Daunte's parents doubting this was an accidental shooting this morning in an interview with ABC's Robin Roberts.
Do you accept that explanation, Mr. Wright?
I cannot accept that. I lost my son. He's never coming back. This officer has been on the force for 26 years. I can't accept that.
I would like to see justice served and her held accountable for everything that she's taken from us.
The family of Daunte Wright is now represented by attorney Benjamin Crump.
Say his name! Right.
He also represents the family of George Floyd. Outside the courthouse, where former officer Derek Chauvin is standing trial, the Floyd family uniting with the Wright family, calling for change.
At some point, we need officers to be held accountable, charged, and convicted. Amen. Just because you are the law don't mean that you're above the law.
David, the Washington County attorney says he will review all of the evidence given to him by the state investigative unit and hopes to make a decision on charges against Officer Kim Potter tomorrow. David.
Stephanie Ramos in Brooklyn Center, Minnesota tonight. Stephanie, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we're going to switch gears now. Let's go into weather. And here's a look at your weather across the United States for this Wednesday. Over here, you're seeing some snow, and up here, you're seeing some snow as well. And a few snow over here as well, and some snow and rain over here and mixing as well in Canada. And then this big band of rain here around Oklahoma, Pittsburgh, Ohio, parts of Texas as well, and New Orleans as well. Otherwise, it is dry all along the coast here, the East Coast, and then dry along here and dryness around here as well. And that is a look at your weather across the United States for this Wednesday. And let's switch gears now. We're going to switch gears now and let's go into a little cooking segment. Dr. Ian Smith shares easy and healthy lunch options to help break COVID fatigue. Let's take a look at that.
At Capella University, we know the world is pretty smart.
Wicked smart.
So we made FlexPack.
The pandemic has many of us feeling sluggish, and with summer just 2 months away, now is a great time to refresh your diet. Dr. Ian Smith, author of Fast Burn, The Power of Negative Energy Balance, joins us with tips to get back on track this morning. Good morning, Doc. Thank you for joining us. And
Good morning.
And we're going to start with the building blocks of a healthy diet. What are the two most important nutrients that we should focus on?
Well, listen, this plan is all about diversity. It's a 9-week plan. Every day is spelled out for you. Tons of foods, tons of options. Vegans, vegetarians, pescatarians, everyone can follow the plan. But the two most important ingredients on the plan are fiber and protein. They make you feel full longer, they help with your digestion, and they help you lose weight faster.
And it's important to have a healthy start to your day, of course. You have a smoothie with apples. And how does this recipe help us burn fat?
Yeah, the signature drink of the program is called the Burner Smoothie. Lots of easy recipes, very affordable. You can see here it has blueberries, it has baby spinach, lemons, bananas, a little coconut oil, a little apple cider vinegar, some apples, and 100% apple juice or apple cider. The beauty is all these different antioxidants and the fiber and the vitamins combine to help you burn fat. In fact, we had about 2,000 people do the plan earlier. About 15 to 17 pounds on average is the weight loss in just 9 weeks. People love that there's so much food and there's so much diversity, and the Burner Smoothie is a great way to burn that fat and start your day with a lot of energy.
Wow, that's a lot of weight to lose. And you encourage folks to eat every 2 to 3 hours, not full meals, but snacks. So what are some good and easy snacks?
Yes, we love snacks on Fast Burn. You get 3 snacks a day, 3 meals a day. They're a lot of fun, 100 to 150 calories. Snacks are important. So here I have some snap peas here, which are wonderful, and some hummus. So you get your fiber, you get your protein, 150 calories or less, very convenient, very transportable. I also have, for those who have a sweet tooth, chocolate-covered blueberries. They are awesome. You can make them yourself. You can buy them, but tons of antioxidants in those blueberries.
And, working from home, a lot of people working from home, which leaves them a little less motivated to cook all the time. So what are some easy healthy lunch options?
Yeah, so we have 30 recipes in the book. Some have meat, some don't have meat, some are vegetarian. So here's a nice lentil soup, tons of non-animal protein, easy to fix. The recipe is 45 minutes or less in the book. This is one of my favorites, and the recipe's in the book too. It's called the Greek Energy Bowl. So you have chicken if you want to have meat protein. You have cucumbers, tomatoes, brown rice. You could have quinoa, olives, some avocados, crumbled feta, and some nice balsamic vinaigrette. Tons of protein and fiber, easy, light. It makes you feel really good with all that energy.
And one thing that's really important, staying hydrated. You have an easy way to help us do that. What is it?
So many people are not hydrating well, so lemon water is the trick. Lemons are full of vitamin C. They have antioxidants. They really can help you feel good, get your digestive system moving. Also, when you drink water before each meal, you expand your stomach, so you actually hit those stretch receptors. Therefore, you get full faster on fewer calories. On our Facebook group, we have a challenge called the Fast Burn Challenge. Follow it. It's free, and I'll be taking you through 9 weeks of the program to help you.
And Doc, how many books is this now that you've written?
Well, this is number 20, so
number 20.
It's my biggest and boldest diet plan for number 20. So I want to help people get ready for the summer. We're all sick of that quarantine 15. Here we go, ready to go and burn that fat really fast.
All right, get ready to put on that Speedo, I guess. All right, Doc, thank you. Appreciate it. And Fast Burn, the power of negative energy balance, is available now. You can get these recipes on our website at goodmorningamerica.com.
Well, hey there, GMA fans.
Okay, and there you go. Sounds like a good book to check out. And switching gears now, let's go into entertainment news. And in entertainment news, American Idol guest judge Paula Abdul explains what she meant calling Simon Cowell the STD. Let's take a listen to that video.
Some people carefully unravel their cinnamon rolls, maximizing.
38 million people used to watch American Idol when Paula Abdul was a judge, and she just reminded us why she was such a big hit.
She's great TV.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what she's going to say, and our Lauren Zima spoke with Paula after she nearly stopped the show, filling in for Luke Bryan.
Anything goes tonight! Paula, what was it like for you? You reunited with Ryan, then Randy FaceTimed.
Feels like old times, right?
And then you called Simon an STD.
We're just missing the STD.
The what?
Sexy, talented, and debonair.
I'm so happy you cleared that up. Thank you so much.
Do you think you'll hear from Simon after tonight? I have no idea. How did it feel for you to be up there again, Paula?
It was nostalgic. It was fun. I loved being on this panel tonight. It's way different than the panel I was on, that's for sure.
E.T. was with Paula and the OG crew in the beginning.
Simon's the one that makes them usually walk out crying.
When Paula's love-hate relationship with Simon helped make Idol a hit.
I didn't have to go to therapy before tonight.
You saved the show tonight.
Paula, who told us she received her second COVID vaccine on Saturday, stepped in last minute for Judge Luke Bryan.
He tested positive for COVID-19.
Katie, did you all talk to Luke?
Yeah, he was texting us. He was blowing up our phones for the whole episode. Some of it we can't even say because it's
We can't say half of it.
But he agreed with everything, and, you know, he was just giving critiques at home, I guess, alone in his room.
Is he feeling okay? How is he?
Yeah, he's totally good. I think he's going to be all right. I think we'll be seeing him next week.
Yeah.
Even though we love Paula.
And there was another Idol twist last night.
Finalist Wyatt Pike had to drop out.
We're told frontrunner Wyatt left for personal reasons. The contestants are now down to the top 12. As for Paula's mini Idol reunion, well, it wasn't the only reason she was feeling nostalgic.
We saw Janet Jackson sent you some love on social media today. She just said sending love to you with this great picture of you two.
Talk about going back, like, from my humble beginnings.
The former Laker girl choreographed several videos for Janet in the mid-'80s.
Paula, do you and Janet keep in touch?
Yes, we do.
Okay, and there you go. And that does it for this Wednesday edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, and see you tomorrow with another edition of The Morning Show with Riley King. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.